Hello, everyone, and welcome to Two Chicks in One Screen. And we are your hosts. I am Lula the Expert,
And I am Crystal, the audiologist.
and today's fantastic movie is going to be Booty Call.
Which is great because this is Anal August. So, we had to go down that rabbit hole.
Ties together so nicely.
Right.
There might have been some booty action in that movie.
I don't know. It could have been. It possibly. Lysterine and Bunz, definitely.
Yeah, yeah. So this movie is based in New York. When they have the opening scene, it's based out of the train station at 125th Street, where the A train is at. I was like, oh, I know where that's at. So
Me,
specific.
me too.
Right, because apparently you're from there.
I'm born. Yeah. So it was very familiar movie. Especially, they walk in and he's playing dice. That, familiar
Yeah,
scene.
exactly.
Um, so, we are introduced to Buns and I cannot think of Tommy Davidson Jr.'s
Rushon.
Rushon. So you don't really like those were the main stars, but you don't remember that couple. Like you remember
Right,
Buns and Listerine. And so
right.
Listerine is played by Vivica A. Fox and Pamela plays
Nikki.
okay.
Yeah. So Nikki and Rashad, which is Tommy Davidson's character, they're dating. They've been dating about 3 or 6 months, something of this
Mhm.
nature. And she basically was doing the 90-day challenge before Steve Harvey made it popular. She was like, "You gonna wait on these buns right here?" And he was like, "Well, how long am I waiting?"
Right.
And so, in the true, I wouldn't say true, but I guess in that era, in the true, I need an assist. He
Right. Right.
calls in
Right. My
his
wingman.
friend,
My
right?
wingman.
He calls in his wingman Buns, Buns
With
with
his
a
Z.
Z. Yes,
With his
Buns
Z.
with a Z. Okay, that's not.
Played by Jamie Foxx.
Hmm. And you know, he scoops him up. Like you said, playing the dice and say, "Look, I need for you to, assist me. Give me the alley oop on this. Go out with her friend." The friend played by Vivica A. Fox is Listerine with a Y.
Not an I, it's a Y.
So Y is Lysterine. Listerine.
Oh, okay. Their parents
Okay.
got creative.
Yeah, they really did. And so when Nikki is trying to convince Listerine, be my wing girl, she like, girl, I do not know because it can go real left.
Right.
It was going all kinds of directions. It was very octopus. It was giving me very
It,
octopus from the
it's
beginning.
a it's a very fast paced movie. It's definitely
Hmm.
not one of those slow starting movies. No, it starts off the bat like right now because as they are leaving the dice and trying to get the date situation together, we run into or they run into a couple that's well more or less a female that's yelling at a man and she is just going irate, called that man every name in the book, and then Bun for some no reason at all decided that he wanted to give his 2 cents, and then she turns onto him and it's like, yeah, no.
Hmm.
And then
Cussed it right on out.
that's when we learn that he does not like relationships and goes into the whole booty call explanation. So most of us know what a booty call is. It is between the hours of what 11 and 4 in
Right.
the morning.
AM. Right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's mostly the after the club, after I've done something, I'm hit you up, I'm gonna come smash, and then I'm gonna leave. Right. That's
Exactly.
it. So he does explain that that's all he wants, and Rashad is telling him like, no, you need to buckle down or whatever, and
He
they
ain't
go,
trying to hear that.
then they go into him and Nikki aren't having sex, and how could they be dating for so long without doing it.
Hmm. And
Hmm.
he's, and Buns is being, what is he now? being one of those typical friends at that time,
Right.
and saying, "Oh, you stupid! Why you with her? And she ain't giving up no sex. You need to go ahead and move on and leave that because you know that's what it's about. You gotta be about that." And so you see, kind of in Rashad when he's with Buns, he act a little cocky. But when
Right.
he's just alone with Nikki, he's a more softer side, and she keeps telling him, "Look, you can't be acting like this when you with your dude." And he's like, "No, I'm not doing anything," but it's very obvious that you are 100% doing
Two
it.
faced it. Yeah, two faced it. Which
Yeah,
I've caught a couple. I mean, most people tend to be that way, act one way with a certain group and
right.
different
Of
with
course.
another. Um, but it did lay into how dating in the 90s kind of is still the same as dating now. Trash. Or was that the early 2000s? That was 90s or early 2000s?
That was
It did.
in that section there. But yeah, so they were just going out, and then when they're going to meet them, right? So again, being stereotypical, he's like, "You dating a Chinese girl? What we doing over here in Chinatown?" He's like,
Right, right.
"No, she just lives over here because it's cheaper." He's like, "Oh, you into them egg rolls, huh?" The whole time cracking jokes on his friend. The whole time he was just the person that was poking jokes at his friend the entire time. And
Right.
Rashawn was like, "No, he don't mean nothing by it. He didn't see it like that." When we meet the girls now, Listerine immediately was like,
No,
"No,
no.
no."
Fuck no. Why you got me on this date? But it quickly changes.
It
Um,
does. I think
he
she just got
actually,
distracted, honestly, with his hair. Because he
yes,
had
the
like
look.
those I'm the starting dreads and they're just like all
Right.
over the place type of thing. And she was like, no.
He was. I mean, he really wasn't well put together because if you look at him and Rashad are night and day. Rashad has on a
Yes.
suit. He has on some jeans and a baggy jacket, which shows their style.
Right.
But it wasn't until the one of the customers in the restaurant started smoking and look at Listerine
Listerine.
says, oh, her and Nikki are complaining about it, and Jamie Foxx goes, oh, I'll go talk to him, and then we find out that he is a lot more cultured than
Yes, he could speak the Mandarin.
mm-hmm.
And she was impressed.
Right.
Listerine was impressed because she was looking at him very snarly before and was like,
You
yeah,
just
you
some
ain't
little
shit.
right, you
Right.
some little hood nigga.
And the fact that she was able to communicate with this
Right.
very legit Asian person, like he was at his own table. He was a don't come over here. He got security standing in front. You got an appointment type thing, okay? And for him to have gone over and be like, yo, look, got these little ladies over here. We trying, you fucking it up with this cigarette smoke. And he was like, oh, okay.
No, right.
And he put it out. No problem.
Mm-hmm.
Then she was like, oh, speak got a
Right.
little language on
Oh,
you. You got a little culture.
oh, you just not some little dude running around. Okay. Now the
I see
story
you.
behind it, yeah, it made sense. You as a child you do pick up languages easier.
Hmm.
So it definitely was nice, just to say he wasn't just anybody. Um,
Right. And they bonded on that because she also spoke the Mandarin. And so they were able to communicate on that when someone at the other table was trying to get slick with them. And they both went off on the person and the waiter.
right.
Because the waiter was trying to give that rah, rah, rah. And they was like, oh, no, wait, hold up. And so that was a nice spark moment for them. I feel like they was like, okay, I see you. See you
Right.
too.
Some interest.
Right. And I think they both were at the point where neither one of them didn't want relationships anyway. So it kind of really worked for the two of them. I feel like they both just wanted to hit it and quit
Roll in the
it.
roll in the hay. But we're gonna move forward to them leaving and going back to Nikki's house
Nikki's house.
because
Yeah.
Listerine had just moved in, so she didn't really have furniture.
And she's
They
doing a
are
whole lot of renovations over there.
right. they are sitting in at the kitchen table playing cards, and that's when the footsies start. We noticed that Bunz and Lysterine are starting to, become a little more attracted to each other sexually.
Right. Well, I will say on Nikki's part, and it actually takes me back to, for me, my first time. I was trying to like, nah, nah, let's play cards. Let's
Right,
not.
right, right. Rush it.
Let's take, yeah, like, why are we even talking about this? Come on, let's play. Let's do this. Come on over here and let's not talk about that other thing that you actually came over here to talk about. But
Right,
let's do this. And everybody else, their sexual attention was up, and she just kept saying, well, "Let's play another game. Let's do
right.
this over here. Let's just chill." And they like, "Yeah, no, like, cut it the fuck
We
out
can say
now."
we can look at that as, a couple different things. If you most reasons why women are holding out on sex is because, one, I either way value myself and my body, or just something traumatic that I've gone through, and I'd rather not give myself to anybody who's not going to be worthy of me. I've been the complete opposite. I'd be like, I want to fuck you at first, because if I don't know what it is, I'm not finna stay. We're not finna be in
Right.
here 2 months down the line, and I actually like you for your personality, but the sex is whack.
Mm, mm, mm.
Have
Sometimes
you
it's
ever been
hard
in
to
that
teach.
situation?
Um, no, because like you, I need to do my research first. I need to see the diameters. I need to see, what your progress report looks like.
Right.
Hence go the application, right? They should have had that. But yeah, the footsies under the tables was good. It was getting real hot and heavy, and then she got misled, and then the two guys haven't been doing
Right.
footsies and didn't even fucking realize. But there was some, actually, it ties into anal organs because that dog was literally licking his behind, and
Right.
he
Yeah.
thought that.
It was her. I was gonna say he did. A card fell, and he ended up going, reaching down under the table, bending over. How he went to go get it was really weird, because that's not how most people bend down. But I get it's a movie, so the setup was the dog licked his ass. He thought it
Well,
was
the dog was
her.
the dog was licking her feet first while he
Right,
was under the table. So she was like, "Oh shit, she out here licking feet. Okay, okay, I see you." Then he getting up from the table now, real slow. I don't know why you got up so slowly.
right,
Then the dog started to get a little attention in the back door. You're like, "Oh shit, I didn't know you was down like that." And so
right,
they're both like, "Okay, let's go," because
right.
now they both ready. And Nikki's still like, "No, no, no, let's play another." They like, "No, no, 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 no.
We going.
You gotta come help me fix something over here. I'm gonna
Right.
show him some swatches or some paint or something over here that I got at my apartment. We'll be right back. We'll be right back." They wasn't trying to hear that. They was trying to get it in. And she was like, "No."
Right.
Cop blocking the whole thing for everybody. For everybody.
So we learned that Listerine is a freak, and I don't like labeling, but it's
Hmm.
easier just to say, she was into the freaky, kinky things.
She was into the because she had a
Mhm.
lot of
She had a lot of toys. She had a lot of, she had some whips, some chains. And her kink was voices, strong
mhm.
male voices, which,
Yeah.
he went on ahead and did it, which I give it, because he didn't say like, nah, that's crazy. Like, a lot of times you have to have a partner that's comfortable enough to do your kinks with.
Right. He was like, "Okay, for real, that's what you like. No problem. Got you. I could do
So
voices, sure." But
the Mike
as
Tyson got me.
it, oh, it did. That was hilarious. But as Rushon and Nikki get left there, he trying to, do a little thing, and she looked like she may be a little bit into it.
And then
Oh, the dog took the condom. The dog was a hater as well.
pretty much so. And I know, I'm pretty sure we've all had moments of where condoms are like, oh, something slipped, which naturally things do happen like that. It's not always, oh, condom on, sex, great, right?
Right.
Where shit happens, where shit happens.
The dog chewed it all up, and he's like, "It's still good," and she was like, "Are you
Like, no,
crazy?"
right? Dog's mouth is clean. Yeah, you're not putting that in my pussy. So she tells the boys, well, she tells him that he needs to go get another condom. Now, mind you, they are in Koreatown. So it don't look like you had too many options. So that
Exactly.
so Nikki calls Lysterine and is like, well, you need a condom, and she's like, yeah, no, I'm almost, shit, I'm damn
Right.
near having sex now. And she like looked down at him. Do you like that was one of the funniest moments because I've been there. Like, I don't want to have I don't know if I want to get caught up with having your baby. I'm not trying to get nothing from you.
Horrible. Horrible. And then she tried to put, well, she had put a little lingerie on, right? Then she tried to put back on her regular clothes, so much she had to go walk the dog. He was like, no, 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 no. Because you going to fuck up the mood. I walk this motherfucking dog. So what I want to say is, for me, in this time when this movie came out, and them times, as a female, you should always have your own also. I feel like that relying on a dude to bring the condom has been not the vibe for me, ever.
But then you got that stereotype also that you get from a lot of men are like, oh, so you come with your own condoms? Oh, you
Yeah,
do this
bitch.
often? Oh, you a
Don't
hoe?
you? Because you got them in your damn pocket.
But it's always been I would rather be safe than sorry. So if I didn't come with one, you would be mad because I we definitely not having sex if you didn't, right?
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
then they go get lambskin, which we all know is not 100% safe, but we do know that there are some people who do have latex sensitivities. So
Hmm.
sometimes you can't use a latex condom. But lambskin is not the surgeon. She had the whole breakdown of the
She
surgeon
sure
general.
did. She sure did.
So,
He
you
just
know,
made a speech. Can't use that. She was
right,
like, "What? I just paid $32 for these condoms because,
which was
as we
crazy.
know, well, lambskins are that expensive though."
You know,
And he went and bought us what he bought, 12 pack. Yeah, that's about right. I used to work in a pharmacy. Yeah, that's about right.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've never tried lambskin. It just
No. Yeah.
no.
But for back in the day, there wasn't a lot of option for people who were latex sensitive. So
Yeah.
I mean, now obviously there's so much more options out there. But unfortunately, back when you had to get it where you fit it, and that's all the man had. That's all the man had.
Right.
It wasn't a lot of corner stores by their house in
But they do
Chinatown.
end up, going to another corner store and let's see, what was the first incident? Like it was always an issue with them. Like it was an adventure to going to get condoms. Um,
But they needed to go get other condoms, so they went back to the Arab store. They got the
lost,
condom.
lost the dog.
Right. Dog got lost. Dog did it on purpose. That's all I'm gonna say. The people in the stores making fun of them. Oh, you need condom? What you need this for? They, dragging them in the store.
Right.
Then she come back talk about some. Oh, well, we can't do oral without some
Dental dam.
protection. So
Right.
now, cause I ain't got no more Saran wrap, take your ass back outside and go get Saran wrap. I'm like, again, ma'am. That's why you need to have your sex kit in your house. You in your house,
Exactly.
so
Exactly. Exactly.
have the
I'm,
setup that you
I am
like.
always prepared. There's lube in every room of this house.
Like, have yourself prepared. If dental dam is something that you into, you're supposed to have that because who's really walking around? Dental dam could never fit in his wallet,
Right.
and that'd be a thing he's just walking around with. You know, um, fantastic enough. Now we have more advanced stuff. We have oral panties now that make
Yeah.
it a good time. But if you had all these criteria, I feel like you definitely should have had a sex kit in
Prepared.
your house
Right. Right.
with
Definitely.
the condoms that you like, with the
Mm-hmm.
dental dam of your choice, with the saran wrap. If you still need the saran wrap, and some, have it ready because you seem like you know all the steps, but you want
Right.
somebody else to
To
bring
go
it.
through it. Right. But then I also
Nah.
thought that might have been like her pushing him away. Like, oh, you know
Yes.
how you like, oh, I'm gonna wash my hair today. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? So I kept like she kept prolonging it. So Um, but one of the funniest parts is, and this goes to men being educated about where the saran wrap needed to go.
Ready. Shoot. Hey, Nikki! This plastic ain't easy to come by, girl. You don't know what I've been through. I think I finally got this safe thing down pat. You sure you know what you're doing? I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Um, we see him saran wrapping his entire face and part of his chest. Um, Saran wrap can kill you if you cover your face because it's not breathable. That boy run in there and she gotta pop open the mouth part.
Rip me out the plastic, I've been acting brand new.
So he can breathe. Now thinking, oh, this is only a once in a lifetime thing. This can't happen twice. Here comes Buns in the same situation. Which
Exactly.
again, leads to male education on sex
Hmm.
and where and how to do things.
But that is a good point. But I also would like to double back when they did go for the first round of condoms, and Rushon gives Buns half of it, and Buns goes, "I only need once. I wash mine out and reuse them things." I was like, "Oh, damn."
So it's so disappointing. But again, we have to look at who taught him that. Like, what, he wasn't educated on condom usage, and you should throw it away after you use it. It is a one-time use. But that takes me back to there was a viral video. I think I can't remember what podcast the guy was talking about. Like, if I know I'm gonna fuck a bitch, I'm gonna use the condom and then take it off and then put it in my pocket, like, and then put it back on the bitch because like, how you, like, I don't know if this is just for social media that we
Mm,
are saying certain things. Because then I heard another guy talk about how he thought putting a condom on, he only had to put it on the tip of his penis. He didn't have to roll it down. So there's
right,
a lot of times that right now social media is in this whole, I'm making clips so it's clickable, clickbait or
right,
whatever. But then how much of it is true? Because
right.
you don't realize until you are dealing with this man. You like, no, that's not, like, where did you get your facts from? Like, who taught you this? Who raised
Exactly.
you?
That part. You're like, we're gonna have
Because
to not do that, sir.
everybody has seen the put the condom on the banana, roll it all the way down. I always make sure to tell people, pinch the tip. That way, it's not completely
Exactly.
all the way down, so it doesn't break. That's how we get children with broken condoms. You put it on too
Mhm.
tight,
Mhm. Or don't know your size
or
too.
don't know your size. If the condom is too baggy on you, sir, it's okay. We don't necessarily are gonna judge on that. No, we fucking you, so you here, huh?
But just know for next time, wear your size. And if it's too small, like there are different sizes, so like a thing to consider. Yeah, the first time you're like, damn, I thought I feel like if you're a professional at this, you should know your size already. So let's
And
not play
not
these
not
games.
everybody wants needs a Magnum Gold wrapper. It's not
No,
that important.
no. Don't wear something that don't fit. Just saying.
Now, I love how the movie did talk. It was very comedic, and if that movie had been made now, I don't think all of the jokes would have been able to go through. It would have
Right.
been it would be a very touchy situation, especially because you're talking about unprotected sex, you're talking about STIs, um, different aphrodisiacs, recycling condoms. So it's so much
Mhm.
that now I don't know if it would we get the same reaction.
True. There'd be a lot of miss.
Right.
uh, like when they left, when they were finally fed up, and they were just like, "Look, I've had enough. You keep playing these games." Because she was playing a lot of games. I'm not gonna hold you. For
She was.
me, because I consider myself a different kind of female. I'm a female, but my brain mentally sometimes thinks like a dude. So for
Right,
me,
right.
you are playing yourself, and I am not gonna play this game with you no more. Like we said, we
Mhm.
was fucking. That's what I came to expect. We
Dude.
not.
Right.
I'm not doing this with you.
Right.
If I say yeah to fuck, it's going to happen. Like I don't have time because guess what? I done psyched myself up, psyched you up. So what we gonna do now?
Sit around and
I
fuck all
can't get
day.
blue clitoris, but the shit is gonna be very irritating,
Right.
and you
Angry
be
vagina
irritated
is
now,
not fun.
right? At all.
She be horny and be like, bitch, what we doing? You promised me some dick. Now what's going
It's
on?
just not because now you snapping at people for no reason. Yeah. And so she played a lot of games, and then she played a lot of games for her friend too, because Listerine was like, "Let's do this," and she kept
Ready.
saying,
She was a little
"No,
fever.
no." Like goddamn. Again, they could have went ahead and had a three-way and left you on the side at this point because you acting real
Right.
cute out here.
Right.
And that for me, that just goes to kind of her character that she kind of played in that era. Because just like our previous movie, she kind of played the same thing, holding
Right.
out
Right.
on the
Right.
full sex experience.
Right. I didn't put the two together. You're right. You're right.
She just out
But
here cop blocking all day.
maybe those are the roles that she liked playing,
I mean, oh,
that sweet innocent girl. Not, I don't fuck on the first date. I can't do that.
well, shit. After 7 weeks, you should have known if you was like, "What?" I mean, come on now.
Right, right,
If
right.
you want to give a little something, you was acting like you was about it, but acting cute. So, they approaching the booty call hours to be up. So they like
Now,
peace.
would you say that Buns and Listerine kind of peer pressured Rashad and Nikki into trying to have sex?
No, I don't think so because they was just like, all right, we gonna go over here. It'd be a different thing if the girl stayed at our house and was filling up on the nigga over here and said, let me
Right.
use your room even, let me go to your bathroom even, and let's let's do it over here because my house look crazy. She was like,
I've
no,
done it.
girl.
I've done it.
Exactly. She's like, no, no, girl, let me go over to my crazy apartment and leave you over here because you're not ready. But guess what? I'm ready over here. You
Right,
made me
right,
go on this date with you. I wasn't feeling him at first. Then we picking up a vibe. I'm ready. He ready. Why is you blocking like this?
right. So now, as our closing, we find out, well, Listerine and Nikki find out that there was a gentleman's agreement. We won't
Mm.
call it a bet, a gentleman's agreement between Rashad and Buns of who would get the buns.
No,
Um,
the agreement really was would Rashard get the buns before sunset, before
oh,
sunup.
right, 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 right.
So it was
And
real.
I think the traumatic, he got shot.
Yes, so he
Yeah,
was
that's
stopping a
right.
cab because they were like, "Fuck this, we going home." So Rashad goes and stops a cab. The cab driver was like, "Don't rob me." He's like, "Boy, I just want a cab." Takes out the gun. The gun jams. He drops the gun. Gun goes off. Shoot Rashad in the thigh meat. Now they got to rush to the hospital. Now she was angry with him. She was leaving. She was all that. I'm
Yeah,
leaving. He gets shot. Trajectory changes again.
thanks
Oh my
again. Right,
god. Da, da, da. But again, he's acting soft in the background, vulnerable. I want to say so
right,
vulnerable
right.
towards her. And as soon as Buns gets sight of that, he's like, "Oh, you acting like a little bitch." He's like, "No, no, no, no. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good."
Right.
Oh, again, you acting cute because of your
Your
friend.
friend here, right,
No, it's not
right.
like it is like that.
Mm-hmm.
You giving it hard body. And so at the hospital, which would, to your point, we couldn't really do in this time because the way that they was trying to make fun of the front desk lady, talking about her
Right,
beard and her mustache and
right.
all that, we could not have done that right now.
Or the fact that he
And
got dressed as a doctor, like it was giving unrealistic, but I get what they were trying to do, but
the fact that they was not trying to see no insurance, oh no,
right,
mm. Like, damn, bitch, bill me. Like, what? Who gives a? They was like, no. That was like a trigger word. That was like saying
right.
Voldemort. No insurance. Oh, what? No, no. I don't give a fuck what he got. I don't know. Everybody leave the room. No, oh god. I was like, damn. It's like, what is the problem? Then he almost got a damn vasectomy
Right.
because the old man took his damn chart. It's like, oh, that's fucked up.
It was a lot like that. That movie had a lot going on. It was not one of them movies where you just sit here and you like, okay, I'm bored. It's slow. Like it had a lot of um innuendos in it,
Hmm.
you know. So
Because how Bunz end up delivering somebody's child,
right,
and how they end up fucking, well, almost having sex, Lysterine and Bunz in the room with the guy in a full body cast. They think he ain't seeing. He watching the whole
no,
thing. He's like, "Oh, you finished that quick? You wouldn't have been me." Oh, so they did end up having the sex, and it was. She was like, "Oh no, but the first time." And so, as us being educators, I want to say this: females, y'all got to understand that the first time, not everybody, but the first time, a penis owner could get up in them guts, it
right,
might just be too much for them. They're like, "Oh my,
right.
woo."
So what I've learned also is with men, they are visual and then they build up an expectation. So if it is what if it meets expectation or exceeds expectation, then you have a 2 minute,
Mhm.
and that necessarily for the first time isn't always a bad thing, even though
Exactly.
society for us has told us like 2 minutes is too long. Because then if you just end it right there, you never know that might have gone longer, in a different situation. Or y'all might
Right.
have gone a couple of rounds if you had just been a little patient. But
Exactly.
we got songs. I don't want no 2 minute man. I don't, you coming too fast, and it looks like like it's bad on your part. And actually, girl, that is good. That means your pussy good.
That's it. He was like, "Oh shit! Oh."
You wet and tight, and it met his expectations or exceeded, like I said.
And I think for them, the buildup was so long. They were so close so many
Right,
times,
right, right.
and he finally was like, "Oh shit! Look,
I
at
got
this
space to
point,
space, space and
right."
opportunity.
And so, when
So
people are
we'll,
going
we'll say
into,
that they had a lot of foreplay.
they
All
did.
of that it was foreplay leading up to the sex. Which again, if you are doing correctly, it could possibly last for 2 minutes.
Hmm.
It's all built up.
Right. So, I felt like in that sense, it gives that look of you couldn't last. But again, to your point, there was so much buildup. Like I
Right.
felt like for me, she came quite a few times at the apartment
She
just
did.
off of the voiceovers. Just off of him allowing her to tie him up,
Yep.
like.
Mhm, mhm, mhm. She did go through some vast kinks, which was very, open.
Hmm.
Again,
She she opened
late
up her Pandora box real fast on him.
real fast. I mean, I walked around with a whole bag that had, a miniature list of things that I like. Like you said, if I'm coming or if I know, I'm prepared. If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
That's it. That's it. You know what kind of good time you want.
Exactly.
Be
And I'm
prepared for
not
that
about
good time to happen.
to waste my time playing around and kicking. No, don't no, let's go, bro. Come on.
I'm on edge. You on edge. Let's get off of this edge already.
Right. But again, I think I've kind of always been more aggressive, like Listerine, like
Hmm.
what I want because I know I like this. Let's do this. Let's try this. How about this?
Well, and I would like to say on an angry tip,
Okay.
I need for this price to come back because a lobster and moet for $28.
So I was gonna order the most expensive thing on the menu, and I was like, $28. I don't even think you can get a lobster for $28 right now.
No, ma'am. No, no, ma'am. Not a whole one.
And you
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 but
you y'all eat a lot of seafood, so you should know.
yeah, you probably get the tail if you know.
Right.
I was like, wait, $28. They was living good. Why was I not an adult then? Because I feel like
But then she had good credit, so it was on her. She had a black card or a platinum card or
Yes,
something.
she did. She had American Express.
So which says a lot. Pretty much like if we categorize her now, she would be a boss bitch. She
Mhm.
independent,
Mhm.
know what she like, openly sexual. She
Yeah,
was empowering.
that's it. She was like, "It's I want this dick and I want it now. Let's go."
Right.
She was down. That's it. So at the end, Nikki came and saved Rushon from getting his balls neutered there by the famous. He doesn't have any insurance. It was like, oh shit. Call me. I'm on the golf course. I'm like, oh shit. Okay.
Right.
Okay. And so he was still trying to act like, I acted like all that in front of his boy. And she was like, see, that's why I can't fuck with you. And he was like, all right, all right, 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 right. I really care for you. Show the nigga his dick. He sat there and made 29 jokes. He's like, are you happy now? She was like, yeah. So I'm sure they had some amazing sex
Right.
after because
We
now,
we gonna hope. We gonna hope.
I know. But definitely Buns and Listerine, she went there and
Yeah.
tied that nigga up and was like, yeah, it's over for you.
Yeah. Now, could we say that possibly they could have gotten into a relationship because they had so many commonalities? You
We
know.
could say that. We definitely could say that. We definitely could say that. But they also look like two people that wouldn't necessarily be in a relationship. They would be in a
Friends with
friends with
benefits.
benefits
Yeah.
scenario. They'll be in a sexaship. Sexaship.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been
Make
in a
that
few of those.
make those trending. Sexaship.
Sexship. Okay.
Mhm.
No more friends with benefits, because
No, because maybe I don't even want to be a friend. Just the
right,
sex
right,
is
right.
yeah.
I sneaky links is what the cool kids call it. Sneaky links. Um, you
Mm.
know, it all gets a funny, trending name, but when it comes
Yeah,
down to it, it's really just I want to have sex with you, you want to have sex with me, and we just gonna make this happen. No strings attached, which possibly
exactly.
could be the next movie that we watch.
And no feelings.
Right,
That's the
right.
main thing. No feelings
No
attached.
emotions, no emotions, because once you become emotional, it is a different situation. Which
Mhm.
I can't admit that I've had some dick that I'd be like, this dick is good. I might want a relationship, and then get in a relationship and then like, I did not want this. I just wanted the dick. This is
That's
too
why.
much work.
That's why sometimes you gotta stay with the first plan.
Right. But I've heard so many men tell me like I've disassociated my emotions and I could just fuck them, and I'd be like, yeah, and they're like, no, like, Chris, you didn't let me fuck you, and I was like, that wasn't the point. I wanted to fuck you. And that's all I needed. Like, I knew how to separate. This is what it's
Mhm.
gonna be. And I get so many guys that call me and be like, you were so cool, and it wasn't an issue, and I'm like, because I knew what I wanted and I told you what I wanted, so there was nothing more to expect.
There you go. This is what we came to do.
Right.
Period.
I'm coming to suck your dick. That's it. I don't want to hear about your day, your kids, your mama, your job, nothing. Just shut the
Ah,
fuck up and let me suck your dick.
that's it. Boom, bam, boom, and that's the end of that. So I think all in all, it's a great movie. If you haven't watched it before or you haven't watched it in a while, watch
Right,
it with new eye lens because
right.
again, when you
It
watch
is always,
movies,
it is always. You sitting there going, they did. I was a child. They did this shit. Okay.
you like, why was he trying to kill himself with that saran wrap? And
Right.
goddamn, saran wrap always been this expensive? Like, mm, mm, mm.
You just wasted $6. Both y'all bought $12 dropping yourself. And I was like,
Sure.
why? In my mind, going, they didn't need it to come out like I'm licking on her. No. But that's when all the blood goes to your head down there instead of the top.
It's true. It's true. It's true. Oh, but they did definitely get it on at the end, and he left the dog outside
Mm-hmm.
because the dog is a hater, real hard.
Very much so.
Mm, mm, mm. The dog was almost given that her and the dog was having a thing. And we got people with their owners, with their pets. Just saying.
It is some wild categories on that XXX platform. Yes.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's her dog was giving very much. I'm the only person who's sniffing her crotch.
Right.
It
Right.
was giving very like that.
Hmm.
Mm, yeah. So all in all, great movie. Love the cast. Love the dynamic because you wasn't expecting a lot of things. You're like, oh shit, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. A lot of oohs and ahs. Like, got it. Got to pay attention. Shit, he knew a language. You knew a
Right.
language. But that's, we never know what people got up their sleeves. So don't judge
Not
that
that
book by its
cover.
cover.
Hmm.
Not even by its back intro.
Back. Right.
Not even by the cliff notes. You don't know what's in that book. So, all this is the end of this particular movie, Booty Call. Definitely go check it out. Obviously, we're going to have the soundtrack up on our Spotify and everywhere else that you listen to us. Sharing is caring, everybody, and it's free. So, can't wait to see you all on the next episode.